Hi guys, you alright? Welcome to our grid session for this week. We're still going through Everyday Supernatural. Hopefully you've read the expecting section from page 57, 58 and 59. If you haven't, go and read it. If you haven't got a copy of this book, get in touch. I can get you a copy of it. And this section is all about why sometimes things that hinder us getting filled with the Spirit. And as this book rightly says, most of us, all of us, if you've become a Christian, if you're a Christian, you've got the Holy Spirit. It's not a case of, no, he's only given out to certain people, you've got the Holy Spirit. But they talk about it in really simple language in this book about unwrapping the Holy Spirit. And we've just looked last week at ways that sometimes we aren't prepared to surrender to God. We're not prepared to just sort of open ourselves up to God. And this week they talk about the expecting, and that fact that we should be expectant for what God will do. And sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're like, God won't do anything in me. Why doesn't he do anything in me? And often we look at other people who are being met with the Holy Spirit, and we've seen and we've talked about in the past, some people cry, some people shout out, some people start speaking in tongues, some people shake, some people fall on the floor. Some people, like me, I just feel at peace. I just feel just an inner calmness and warmth and peace. And for me, the outward stuff of the Holy Spirit very rarely happens. Yes, I speak in tongues, and I do that daily, and we're going to look at that in the future. And I know for a lot of you guys, we've looked at that in the past as well. But being filled with the Spirit, sometimes we're going, God, I expect this to happen, or this to happen, or this to happen. And actually, God meets us the way he wants us to meet him. And I've been doing youth work now for probably 18, 20 years, and I've come across this issue with young people regularly. And it's all revolved around Jeremiah 29, verses 13, I think off the top of the, verse 13, Jeremiah 29, verse 13, and it says this: "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." And it's that word all that I've seen mess up young people. Well, not just young people, loads of people. I've seen just that one word totally mess people up, because they've gone, I'm expecting God when he meets with me to do the same thing that he does when he meets with other people. So it might be, I see my friends and they fall on the floor and they cry and they weep, and therefore I expect God to do that to me when I am filled with the Holy Spirit. And they've spoken to their friends, and their friends are like, yeah, I might have looked upset, but you know, it was a really good time I had with God. He was healing me, he was helping me, he was just refilling me. And then their friends go, well, I expect God to do that. And God doesn't do that. And they get mixed up with this verse by going where it says, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. And they get messed up in their heads going, well, I'm clearly not seeking God with all my heart. There's clearly something wrong with me. Maybe I sin too much. Maybe there's secret sin that only me and God know about, and he's not happy with that, and therefore he's not going to meet with me. And that's complete rubbish. And that's the devil telling you that. That's not right. There is no sin that God does not forgive us for. Sin is sin. We ask for his forgiveness, and he clears it for us all. I want you guys to get really stuck in to Luke chapter 11, verse 9 and 10. And Jesus says this: "So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds, and to him who knocks on the door will be open." God does not want to keep his Holy Spirit away from you. It's not that Christmas present that's wrapped up under the tree and you know what it is and you're so desperate to open it, but no, you can't open it till Christmas Day. God isn't like that. God doesn't say, you only get my Holy Spirit once you've been coming to church for 2 years. You only get my Holy Spirit once you pray every day for half an hour. You only get my Holy Spirit when you know you can recite the books of the Bible forwards and backwards and while standing on your head. God doesn't do that. That present isn't that present under the tree that you've got to wait for. It's a present that's there for you to unwrap. But the thing is, we don't know what that present is. We know that it's his Holy Spirit. We know that his Holy Spirit, he will meet with us. But how that happens, we don't know. How that will happen for you, we don't know. But he does. And he's got that gift for you. So I really want to encourage you. It's so tough not being able to be with you. Because what we would now do is we would get praying for each other if we were together at church. We'd be praying for each other, asking God to fill us. And we'd just be waiting on him, expecting him to show up and do stuff, because he shows up all the time. And he wants to do stuff in us. Knock on the door will be opened. You go, God, I want you. God goes, thank you. He pushes that door open and he meets with you. And he'll meet with you in different ways depending on who you are. For me, he doesn't meet with me falling on the floor. Doesn't meet with me crying. Doesn't meet with me shaking. God meets with me quietly and really calmly. And it's not a physical thing. It's an emotional thing for me. And sometimes, yeah, I cry and I weep when that happens. But that's good stuff. But I'm not wailing, as I see loads of Christians do. He just meets with me calmly. And he may meet with you in that way. And I'm sure in this book we're going to carry on finding out. Does the way God meet with us change? It might do, but he's still meeting with us. And he meets with us all in different ways. No ways are more special than the other. What's special is that we've got a loving Father who wants to fill us with his Spirit. So, next week we're going to be looking at page 61 onwards. It's called God's Power, Our Weakness. So if you can read page 61, 62, 60 and 63. So we'll do page 61, 63, God's Power, Our Weakness for next week. So I'll see you next, what day are we on? Thursday. Trying to record some of these ahead of time. So I'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a good week, and I'll see you later.